Bianca Andreescu was involved in a furious row with a fan at the Citi Open in Washington during her match against m.a.t.c.h. Former U.S. Open winner Bianca Andreescu let rip at a fan after the Canadian star was constantly heckled during her Citi Open defeat to m.a.t.c.h on Monday. The tennis ace raged at a man in the stands after he could be heard calling out during points. Andreescu issued a demand to the umpire to remove him from the arena. But the incident proved to be an unwanted distraction as she fell to an unexpected defeat. Despite being down a set and at one point having to save 3 match points, Kostyuk emerged victorious from a tense encounter in Washington as the Ukrainian progressed to the second round. The 21-year-old pulled off an epic comeback to clinch an impressive 2-6, 6-3, 7-6, 5 victory. But it is fair to say her opponent Andreescu was left seething after being harassed from the stands by a rogue spectator. With the score finally poised at 2-2 in the final set, Andreescu served for a point, and when her serve landed outside of the service box, the man echoed the out call with one of his own. The 23-year-old initially turned away to prepare for her second serve when she finally decided enough was enough when the man called out again. Throughout the match, the man could be heard cheering after she missed her serves and proved to be a nuisance to the one-time major winner. The world number 44 finally cracked as she turned to him and yelled, "Shut up!" at the top of her lungs before complaining to the umpire about the constant interruptions. Eventually, the match was stopped when Andreescu refused to continue until security were called to deal with the situation. Once he had been taken out of the stadium, Andreescu returned to the court and carried on playing. But it was Kostyuk who edged out a close tiebreak to seal her place in the next round as she collapsed to the ground in delight. Hours after the match, Andreescu took to social media to voice her opinion on the events that transpired earlier that day. With her tongue firmly in cheek, she tweeted to her 220,000 followers, "What a wonderful sport," using a smiley face to capture her sarcastic tone. Andreescu only recently returned to action after an ankle injury kept her sidelined for several months, having made it to the third round of Wimbledon before losing to Ons Jabeur. And she has spoken candidly about the difficulties she has experienced in making the step up to top-level tennis. "You're alone out there, you're alone on the court, you don't have anyone really helping you," she told The Guardian in May. "It's like a lonely, lonely journey in a way. But if you try to find love in the process, that's the most important thing, basically, love and appreciation."